Hey, what's going on everybody? Captain Morgan Freeman here. As you can notice in this video, I took off the camera. Just decided I'm not really going to need it. I'm not actually live streaming right now. What I'm doing is I'm capturing these videos, recording them, and then I'm posting them, so there's no need for the camera. So you notice that it's the difference between this third video and my first two videos, so no camera, I really don't need it right now, so we're just gonna continue where we left off. We actually just had beaten Kraid. We got the various suit, and we are gonna go down to Norfair, and we're now able to explore all those areas that we weren't able to beforehand. So let's go ahead and head down there. This door was locked beforehand because we needed to beat Kraid. It was one of those doors that has a certain requirement in order for it to open. That's what the gray doors are in this game. So we got an energy tank right there. I would have had one more by now, but if you all saw the first video, I couldn't bomb jump up there to get that one energy tank. That's alright, we'll come back to get it. So now we are going back down to Norfair. Going to be able to explore those areas that we weren't able to with the various suits. One thing I was thinking about when between videos when I stepped away was not very many of my friends actually played this game growing up. And now that I think about it, I think I was the only one that really ever had played it in our neighborhood, really. Me and my sister growing up, we kind of had, it was kind of like the house to hang out at, like on the block. Like we had the Nintendo, we had Super Nintendo, we always had all the games that were hot. We always got them first, so a lot of the neighborhood kids would always come to our house, like play in our den, like, and we just played video games. We were kind of that MTV video game generation growing up, and it was kind of the cool house to always hang out at. So we played a lot of games, me and my sister, a lot of Nintendo. Not so much Sega Genesis. We were just kind of Nintendo, and then later on the PlayStation. And then after the PlayStation 2, I've been Xbox from up to that point. But I did have GameCube. I never had an N64, but I did have GameCube at one point. Of course, played all the Metroid Prime games, but yeah, our house was just always the cool house to hang out at. I remember there was one point in time where one of he was actually my best friend growing up on the block. His name was JR. He actually would come over a lot, and I guess the mom called like CPS, like on my mom, thinking, I don't know what she was thinking, but I guess she just thought that we were like just left unattended and who knows what, but I just remember it was tripped out, but anyways. So yeah, me and my sister played a lot of games growing up. A lot of RPGs. I know Shadowrun. We kind of played off the wall games that were just kind of nuts. Of course, we played all the popular games, but we always played a mix of different games. Shadowrun, of course, Final Fantasy. Shadowrun was a really good game. I really wish they would revisit that at some point, but wish they would revisit Metroid on the Wii U, but I don't. Like I said earlier, I don't think it's gonna happen. Anyways, getting back to the game here. I know there's a reserve tank in this room, and there's a hidden missile underneath that block right there. But yeah, anyways, video games were a big part of my childhood, like a real big part. Video games and MTV, that was pretty much the norm in my household. I mean, we did play outside. It's a lot different from, I guess, nowadays, but once again, you notice the backgrounds. I mean, I've mentioned it before, but how each space kind of has its own individual identity. Doing a little bit of sequence breaking right here. Should have come all the way around that big room. Came out the other end to get up here to get the speed booster, but I'm kind of just on autopilot. But so it's a little sequence break, but nothing like doing the mock ball or anything, but to get the super missiles, but it's not that bad of a sequence break. Normally, you're supposed to come all the way around, and I'll show you the route right now. Some missiles here. I'm curious going through this if I'm gonna miss any missile expansions. I'm pretty sure I'll forget where one is. I'm pretty damn sure that I'll get all the super missiles and power bombs, but I'm pretty sure I'll miss a missile expansion, but we'll see. I think the time right now, I'm at, I want to say 30, a little over 30 minutes in gameplay, which is way behind of if I was really trying to speed run. But I'm not. I've mentioned that a couple times already, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but like I said, I'm not really trying to speedrun. So this is where I would have come from if I took the correct route that they meant for you to take in this game. I believe there's a hidden passage up here. There. This is where you're going to exit from when you come out of Ridley's lair after you defeat Ridley. That's the route that you come back into. Start hitting the Torian, I guess. Here in this room, I believe the wave beam is going to be. Once again, this really, you're not really meant to get up here until you have the grappling hook. But we know how to wall jump, so we can pretty much just completely bypass that. You'll see up there, you're meant to have the grappling hook to come across that. Like I said before, like this game really, I don't know whether the designers meant to do it. I don't think they realized the extent of how long this game would be played for years to come, and how many different ways you'd be able to sequence break it and kind of just play it through and make it your own. I really don't think they realized quite exactly what they had or what they had done, but it turned out for the best, I think. Now, normally, I'm kind of going backwards here, and more than likely, I'm probably going to have to go through a room full of lava, considering that when you come the correct way, this room is usually going to be, yeah, see, it's full of lava. I don't know if I can withstand going through it. I haven't saved in a while. Yeah, this was stupid. I shouldn't have done this. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Actually, I can fill it down here if I'm not mistaken. There is... Okay. So this is the door that leads to Ridley's lair. I believe there's something here. Yeah. We have the wave beam, so... Okay, I'm definitely not going to attempt that. I really gotta start to be more careful as far as my energy. I believe this is like a room. Yes, here we go. I'm just gonna fill up here real quick. I know I mentioned my sister and about how much we would actually play video games. I know we were really huge on Final Fantasy III. I don't want to say he was a great friend of mine, but just this kid I knew in middle school. He was kind of a... I don't want to say he was a loser, but everyone kind of always made fun of him, and he just kind of hung out with us just by... I don't know, we just let him hang out with us out of just feeling bad for the guy, but his name was Nizzy. And he's actually the one that actually got me into Final Fantasy. He would always be playing it, and he let us borrow it one time, and I just can't believe how great of a game it was. And ever since then, Final Fantasy 3, well, Final Fantasy 6 in Japan, but 3 here in the US, and then there was a Final Fantasy 7, of course, 8, 9. I didn't care much for 9 really. 10, I played as well, and 11. I know they've released a bunch since then, but I really haven't cared too much for them. I know there's a new one coming out soon, but I don't know. They just haven't been great. I just haven't cared for them. I think they've strayed way too far from what they're supposed to be, or what I'm used to them being. Oh, but anyways, yeah, I should save it here just in case I do die. Going back to the story about Final Fantasy 3, I know when they ported it over to the PlayStation 1, they added that multiplayer feature, and I remember like this one time I got home and I'd been drinking and I was pretty drunk, and I was like telling my sister, like, let's play Final Fantasy. So we were playing, and we were playing that multiplayer feature, and we were fighting. It was right when you come out of the mountain, or I want to say when you like leave Narsh and then you go to Figaro Castle, and then you're coming out of the mountain to go to, I forget the name of the city now, but my sister watches this video, she'll know. But anyways, It's when you're with Locke and Celeste, and you fight the tunnel armor. I was totally, I was using Celeste, and my sister was trying to tell me to use Rune. You're not gonna really know what this means unless you played the game, but my sister would keep telling me to use Runic, which you're supposed to use in that boss fight because it protects you from the lightning. And my drunk ass just telling my sister like, "Nah, dude, just keep fighting." She's like, "No, you gotta use Runic, or else we're both gonna die." And I just was too drunk to. I mean, I knew better. I've kind of played that game so many times, but it was just you had to be there, I guess. It was just the story. I guess it's really not that funny if you really don't know what I'm talking about, but so my friend Eric Galindo, I mentioned him, I think, in the second video. I since I'm making this one, I've since uploaded my first two videos to YouTube and also to Facebook. He commented on it, just of course talking about the music. He actually made it a mix, he said, of some of the music. I didn't click on the link yet, but I mean, I will for sure. I haven't checked it out yet, but he's into that kind of stuff, like music and art and all that good stuff. But I'll definitely check it out. If you see my second video, if you're looking at it on Facebook, just look in the comments and you'll see it there. Anyways, getting back to the game, so we pretty much, our main focus right there was to pick up the speed boost and also the ice beam, which is going to allow us to come back up here and get the power bombs. Now, we really could have gotten the power bombs earlier when we first passed through here to release sequence break, but like I said, I'm trying to go about this the most linear as possible, with a few exceptions where I can just kind of get an item if it's within reach, but I'm not really going out of my way to sequence break. Of course, this is Brinstar. As you can see, the backgrounds in here, it's just, when you see backgrounds for certain areas, you really don't see them anywhere else, with, like I said, a few exceptions. It's just really one of the things I think that makes this game great and makes it stand out to you, and I think it just really why a lot of people are so fond of it. I got my fucking missiles on, super missiles, I'm not supposed to. So then this is really the first time we should see it. I know there's another one behind here, or a missile. Yeah, it's a missile. Okay, I really gotta get to a save point soon. I'm coming up at that mark where it's about time to cap it off. I believe there's one up here. I can probably just make it all the way back down to... And you know what, let's go... Let's save it up here. And I think that will wrap up video number 3 for this Let's Play Super Metroid Retrospective. Thank you all for watching. watching. Leave some comments, leave some suggestions. I'm too repetitive on certain things, let me know. Try to improve it. But yeah, we'll see you in the next video, which will be video number 4, where we will actually be going to get the grapple beam and fighting Crocomire, which is like my favorite sub-boss in this game. But we'll pick it up next time, and we'll see you later. Let me just come back in to save it real quick so I can, for some continuity. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.